Good evening and salutations, my Days of Lost fans. You know, I'm assuming this is because of the writer's strike and the scab writers. Which again, I said this in my Days reviews, and I'll sit there and say in my Days review. I don't know what the conditions were for the scab writers, right? Because from what somebody told me, they weren't allowed to really move anything forward. But on GH, it's like they moved stuff at a breakneck speed, and it was great. It was like the exact opposite of what I'm feeling like on this show. For some odd reason, John just wants to turn himself in. And he goes to Maggie's place to tell Constantine that he's sorry for something that he doesn't even remember doing and no one even remembers seeing in front of Maggie and everyone after Steve and Marlena sits there and tries to stop him. And then after that, he's like, all right, so I'm just going to sit there and turn myself into the cops in Greece. I'm just like, you don't even know if you did it. Like, this is just so acidine. Even for a soap opera, this is just stupid. Like, what person in their right mind just turns himself over to a foreign country and you don't even know if you did it or not? What if you didn't do it? And why did he not sit there and bother to ask Marlena to hypnotize him to see if he remembers? Because you're just going off of what ifs and scenarios, but you have no proof that you actually did it. And of course, Constantine's like, "Yep, he did it. Yep, I believe him. But hey, I forgive you." So does his forgiveness mean that you're not going to turn yourself into the Greek authorities, or are you still just going to do that at this point? I mean, I don't really understand any of this that's going on at this point. It's stupid. Nicole, you're doing too much. Okay, she comes over Sloane's place, and I guess she wanted to ask about food and things of that nature, which I'm just like, Nicole, you didn't need to really go there in person. You could have texted that stuff. You didn't need to go there in person. And Sloane's like, listen, I've been sitting there trying to forgive you, but I can't do it. I just simply can't do it. So what does Nicole do? She used Holly as a way to sit there and guilt trip her into, letting them host the christening. Oh, it's so important to Holly because, of Eric's connection and my connection, and we're going to sit there and see each other from time to time. So, could you just find in your heart to forgive me, for Holly's sake? And it was just like, really, Nicole? Really? So you want to sit there and use your own damn daughter to guilt trip this woman into hosting this christening? Because this is totally showing that you're not still obsessed with her child, right? Which, yes, I understand is it's Nicole's child. I get that. But from a story point of view, you're not doing yourself any favors by doing this. I still feel that Harris forgave Ava way too fast, but he does sit there and tell Ava, hey, listen, AJ's involved and those two are talking behind closed doors. It may not go the way that you want it to. And they was like, it's fine, I appreciate you trying. Now behind closed doors, Stefan decides to blackmail one second. Stefan decides to blackmail EJ with a recording of the deal that EJ made with him. He's like, all right, listen, we're going to do this a little bit different. And he tries to get him to play a game of chess. He's like, hey, listen, we're going to play for my fortune at this point. And EJ's like, I can get you a better deal than what what you're going to get to try to get off the blackmailing thing. He's like, all right, cool, but we're going to sit there and play for my fortune. And he's like, that ain't part of the deal. They go back and forth. EJ plays At first, EJ thinks he's winning. Of course, Stefan is luring him into a false sense of security. He winds up winning the chess game. They go back and forth a little bit more. And long story short, EJ's like, hey, listen, if you turn over evidence towards Clyde, then you can get time served and just do it like that. This way, it kind of gets him off the canvas for a little bit because I heard that the actor's leaving to celebrate his child's birth or something like that. Still don't understand why he decided to grow that stupid mustache, but whatever. No, and just to answer that question, no, I'm not over it. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the episode. Oh, they also talk about Tate a little bit, and Nicole's like, I just don't think that they're good for each other, and because Erica's like, did Holly remember anything else? They're not really pushing or anything like that, and Holly is still being a self-centered POS. So that's pretty much where that's at. Now I am wondering, will this truth come out before the actress um, last day? That's gonna be the question because we all know it's coming. You all know it's coming. So that is the question. And how is this whole thing gonna play out? Because let's just sit there and say she does get the baby back in time while the actress is still there. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? Because is she gonna leave town? Is they gonna kill her off? Is she gonna get hurt? Are they gonna recast? What are they going to do? I mean, they have months to sit there and try to figure it out. So I'm very curious about what's going to wind up going down with that. All in all, this episode was okay. It was better than yesterday, so I gotta give them points for that. For Friday's episode, I would sit there and say it was decent. I personally cannot wait until we get the regular writers back because this has just been dreadful to sit there. It's been so bad that I've been looking forward to the Young and Restless. I want you to think about that. I've been looking forward to the Young and Restless. Remember me last year that they praised in Days of Our Lives? It's the best thing. It's the second coming and everything like that. I don't know what I was doing watching GH all that time, and now I'm just like. But here we are. Anyway, I feel like there's more to sit there and talk about, so we'll come to the live stream tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Young and Restless, and Bold and Beautiful. And yes, I know those two are still not on, but we're going to sit there and talk about those shows as well. That being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.